Okay. Good evening. The meeting of the Board of Adjustment for the Borough of Somerville will please come to order. Adequate notice of this meeting as required by the Open Public Meeting Act has been that on May 20th, this board revised its meetings schedule, and that revised resolution was adopted, posted on the bulletin board outside of Borough Hall, given to the clerk administrator, mailed, faxed, or emailed to the Courier News, and posted on the borough website. If any member believes that this meeting is being held in violation of the Open Public Meeting Act, please state your views at this time. These proceedings are judicial in nature. Only those items on the agenda will be addressed, and proper judicial decorum will be maintained. Next item, roll call, please.
Chairman Adair,
Here.
Ed Allett,
Here.
Roberta Carpenitz,
Here.
Morgan McLaughlin,
Here.
Rich O'Neill,
Here.
Brian Vadimski is excused, John Flores is excused, Eric Alvarez is excused, Stuart Daniels is also excused.
Okay. Do we have any conflicts? Oh, yeah, I do. I will not be listening to the application tonight. Okay, let's go to Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next. Huh? What? Okay, next item, the approval of the minutes of the July meeting. Moved, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution, 121 South Bridge Street.
I'll move it.
Moved. Second, any discussion? I see that they are doing some work. I think the trees are down.
I drove by today and looked down the driveway.
Yeah. Yes. Would someone like to move the resolution? Moved? Second?
Any questions as to the resolution? I'm sorry.
None? Roll call, please.
Chairman Adair,
Yes.
Ed Allett,
Yes.
Roberta Carpenitz,
Yes.
Morgan McLaughlin,
Yes.
Rich O'Neill,
Yes.
Okay, next item would be the land use application. 79 South Bridge Street, South
don't-
Side Ave-
we're-
South-
I don't believe we have a quorum for that if you're gonna excuse yourself.
Yes, I do. I'm within 200 feet.
Sorry. Then I don't think we have a quorum.
We don't. Okay. We have to move it. Move it to another date.
It would be in the best interest, yes, not to act on it. I don't even like to take chances with this.
What do we have in 2 weeks?
We have a hearing for 281 East Main Street.
And what is that?
Conversion of a professional office with an addition to residence. With an addition.
POR?
Yes.
Yeah.
So can we hear this one and that one?
I think.
It's up to the board, Morgan, it's your call.
And
It might be a later night.
I think the applicant's gonna be on vacation for September for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We're talking about in 2 weeks.
Put him on the agenda in September first
Yeah.
thing.
You on vacation in August or September?
September.
I think the applicant leaves tomorrow for vacation, right? 2 weeks? You're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, leaving tomorrow. Oh, here we go, we got it.
Stu's here.
All right, Stu's here. We're here.
Do we applaud or what?
Welcome, Stuart.
Well, little cemetery humor, the late Stu Daniels.
All right,
Okay.
I think we can proceed, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Good night, guys.
Come on up. Thank you.
Good night, see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, no, I won't be here the next meeting. I'll be in Tampa.
Okay. See you at the end of the month then. All right, you take care.
That's really close. So we now have to erase no quorum.
What's that?
Have to erase no quorum.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Nice. Good evening. Who's running your show here?
Would you enter your appearances, please?
Can we both be sworn in?
I'll swear you both in, but could you put your identities on the record first?
Sure. My name is Roberto Hernandez. My company is Robert A. Hernandez Architect, and my office is in Metuchen, New Jersey.
Very good, sir.
Keith Parsi. I live in Warren, New Jersey, 24 Christie Drive, and I'm applying for the variance here.
All right, let me do this. I'm going to swear you both in. Please stand and raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, please, sir, could you give your name and state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Robert Hernandez, Hernandez, Hernandez.
Yes, sir?
Keith Farzan Parsi. Keith, Farzam hyphen Parsi.
Very good. Welcome. How can we be of help to you?
Go ahead, Mr. Parson. Talk on your personal matters.
Hi, everyone. It's been a long time. I've been waiting for this variance. My family and I, we love Somerville. The reason is we live in Warren. We have no downtown. We come here always for the weekends to go to enjoy the beautiful, vibrant, lively downtown of Somerville. So a year back, as my wife and I are sitting having our coffee in Michel and Pierre, we came to the conclusion, I'm 69, I'm getting almost retired. She is close to retirement. We want to retire in a place that is good to us. With the downtown, we have a train station. My brother is in New York. He can come easy to visit us. So all these things added together for us to look for a place in Somerville. And my daughter found this property for us. And we looked at the property. Of course, if you look at the property, probably you guys are familiar with it. It's a rundown, old cape, but we decided that I can make it something for us for future. So we like to invest in the town that we love. That's all I have to say.
That's great.
So, Mr. Hernandez? Mr.
Yes.
Hernandez? Mr. Hernandez? Hello, Mr. Hernandez?
Yeah, I brought a little speech here. So
Hold
good
on a second.
evening,
Before you
members of the
speak,
zoning.
Sir, hello, over here,
Yes.
right here. Hi,
Oh, yep.
you remember me?
Yes, sir, I do.
So you're the architect of record?
I am the architect
Okay,
of
to
it.
state your credentials. and-
Sure. Roberto A. Hernandez. I am licensed since 2010. Prior to being licensed, I worked for 10 years for Thomas Bayo Architect in Millburn, New Jersey. I probably have about 800 projects worth of experience, mostly residential. And I've been practicing for the last 13 years out of my office in Metuchen.
Have you appeared before boards in Somerset County before?
Yes, I did appear last month here.
Oh, here?
And to multiple.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah, I was never given a chance to speak because my client did such a great job explaining,
Gotcha.
and it was a small project, so.
And your license is still current?
My license is current, I just renewed it, and it's good until 2 more years.
Yeah. All right, sir, go ahead with
you.
your speech now.
Thank you. So good evening, members of the Zoning Board of Adjustment of the Borough of Somerville, and good evening to the Zoning Board Chairman, Zoning Board Secretary, Engineer, and all public present. My name is Roberto Hernandez. I am the principal architect at Robert A. Hernandez Architect LLC in Metuchen, New Jersey. I'm a registered architect in the state of New Jersey, licensed since 2010, practicing since 2012. Prior to that, I worked at the office of Thomas Bayo in Millburn, New Jersey. I have appeared before many zoning boards and planning boards across New Jersey, including this board, just last month. My license number is 18706, and my certificate of authorization is 21 AC 000-91900. I am the architect who assisted Keith and Megan Parsi with their home renovation project at the subject property, 79 Southside Avenue, Somerville, New Jersey. The scope of the work consists of replacing the existing Cape-style second floor, which is approximately 445 square feet, with a full normal 8-foot height second floor addition, which adds a net gain of 417 square feet over the existing first floor footprint, which includes a 2-foot cantilevered floor partially in the back of the second floor. The scope of work also entails the full gut-out of the existing 807 square foot first floor, as well as a 10-foot by 4-foot small front foyer addition, single-story in nature, which is geared to provide an improved distance between the current front door location and the existing stairs that go to the second floor. Right now, there's probably like 3 foot 4 inches between the front door and the front steps, which is directly in front of the door. And we're also doing a 10-foot by 4-foot concrete covered porch. The purpose of the porch is mainly to provide adequate cover against rain and inclement weather, as well as to enhance the front facade and drive your attention and clearly define the approach to the front door. In summary, the second floor will incorporate 2 bedrooms, one being the master bedroom with a walk-in closet and a work-from-home office, and 2 bathrooms. The total square footage of the entire second floor will now be 862 square feet. The wood stairs to the second floor are existing to remain and subject to being replaced or repaired depending on damages that may occur during the construction phase. As I mentioned a minute ago, the first floor will be fully gutted, which means that we will have all new electrical, new plumbing, new HVAC, new exterior insulation and interior finishes and exterior finishes. The goal is to literally create a feel of a fresh new home given the existing circumstances. If you look at page 2 of my plans, which is page A2, you will find the proposed and an existing first floor.
Were those plans submitted with the application or these new plans?
These are the plans that were submitted with the application. I did make two changes on it. One is we added front dormers per the suggestion of Mr. Cole, which we'll talk about it later. And on the other one, I'm showing the location of the AC condensers.
Okay, could those be marked A1 and A2 respectively, and could you mark them and date them?
So page C1 contains one change, which is the AC condensers. What do you want me to call that?
You can just mark it A1 and A2.
Sure.
I don't mean to be persnickety, but since you did change the plans, technically, there are new exhibits.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Persnickety. I'm sorry.
So if we just.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, sir.
If we go to page A2, at the top left corner, we have the first floor demolition plan. And what I want to show there is that I have designed for the removal of the load-bearing wall between the original kitchen and the living room, thus achieving an open concept design between those 2 spaces. The
Yes.
two original first floor bedrooms and the bathroom will remain as such, but fully renovated and finished. The new 40 square foot front foyer will seek to incorporate a coat closet, a built-in bench, and a window for ventilation and natural lighting purposes. The covered concrete porch will be that of a gable frame with 2 columns, 10 foot by 4 foot in size, with 2 columns wrapped with AZEC column wraps, and white beadboard ceiling on it, with a small chandelier centered in the ceiling of the porch. The porch steps are also of concrete with all new 36-inch high railing systems. We haven't decided whether it would be aluminum, PVC, or a composite type of material, but it will be a brand new railing system. The stair treads will likely be of limestone, as well as the stair risers. The existing basement is unfinished and will remain as such. However, it will be totally cleaned out with the concrete perimeter walls fully washed or perhaps painted with white dry lock paint. The homeowner will seek to totally remove the existing concrete chimney, and frame off the openings that are left by the removal of it. We will replace the existing water heater and the heating system with an all-new high-efficiency HVAC unit and a new power vent water heater. 40 to 50 gallons, we'll figure that out later. The existing basement has a ceiling height of 7'3", which makes it appropriate to finish in the future. However, since this property was purchased recently, we don't know how it behaves when it rains, so we're not looking to finish at this moment. But who knows, maybe in 2-3 years, if they decide to finish it, that would be up to him to decide to do that then. The stairs to the basement may be repaired or replaced depending on how much we wear this stairs out during the construction phase. We will have a brand new railing system, however, because it's not that safe of a railing system right now. The proposed attic is to be unfinished with 2 decorative front dormers, which you will see on the revised front elevation. So this is what I added on page A3. I added the 2 front dormers, and I'm also reflecting what they do on the side views. Here you can see it on the right side elevation. You can see it from the left side elevation, and you would see the 2 front dormers basically centered on the double windows below it and centered on the first floor windows. Same thing pretty much with the right side of the house.
Mike, the dormers were your suggestion?
Yeah, I thought it would make it look better, Morgan. If there's
Yes.
no dormers, if you're gonna do the whole house over,
Right.
make it pop, I thought. My
Yeah, no.
suggestion was for the architect to look at it, it might be too busy.
I think we oversaw that at the beginning, and I think it's a really good suggestion, because it just brings out the beauty.
Just try to get some curb appeal, Morgan, to make it really pop.
Yeah.
The attic will be accessible only via pull-down stairs. Currently, my plans do not show the proposed pull-down stairs. However, they will be added to the full construction drawings if this application is approved. As far as the exterior views are concerned, I have revised page A3 to show 2 new A-frame type dormers in the roof construction, which is was a good recommendation by Mr. Cole, and I agreed to the look that now it has achieved, because it brings cohesiveness and a better concept of what a colonial style home is. The front facade will be dressed with hardy plank, so only for the front facade we're going to dress it up with hardy boards, white in color, with black windows, while the sides will be dressed up with white vinyl. So the concept is a white house with black accents on it. The front dormers will be dressed up on both sides, on all sides, with hardy boards as well. The gutters and leaders will be of aluminum, white paint. The roof shingles will be 30-year roof shingles, again black or charcoal black to bring that contrast. The windows, I said, will be black, at least on the exterior, double hung windows, so as to create a contrast with like I said, with the white siding materials being proposed. We're not sure whether the windows will have grills or not, because a modern colonial home would likely not have grills on them, so it is likely that we will not have grills on these windows, but we want the liberty to have or not. And if we have grills, they're going to be inside between the glass panes. On the outside, any concrete which is existing, obviously, around the house will be refinished with half-inch cement arging. The roof soffits, or the soffits at the edges of the roof on the underside here, all of the soffits will be brand new vinyl soffits. Now I want to go into the report from Cole and Associates dated July 25, 2025. Should this board decide to grant this application, I will update my plans and literally incorporate the new area and bulk requirements table provided by Mr. Cole on page 3 of his report, and also at the top of page 4 of his report. Yes, the homeowner will upgrade the electrical service to a 200 amp service. If the application is approved, my client will look into the cost associated with relocating the electrical service below the ground. However, if the costs are high, we would like to maintain the option of keeping the electrical service as is, coming directly from the street pole. There will be 2 AC compressors, brand new, one servicing the unit that's in the basement, the other one the unit that will service the attic. The location of the compressors I am showing here on drawing 1A3, which is in between the rear steps and of the basement window. And we'll just have them both together next to each other. We're not gonna place the condensers on the left or side yards because the left side is compromised by a short distance, and on the right side we have the driveway, so the AC condensers may block that. So I think this is probably a final call on the placement of the AC units, or we can do them on the right side, right behind the rear left corner of the house. Shall this application be approved, I will clearly show the termination of the roof leaders over splash blocks. I haven't done that yet, but I will on final drawings if approved. With the bottom of the leaders not pointed in the direction of either neighboring property. The soil around the building, if needed, will be reshaped positively, pitched away from the building, especially around the proposed addition. Looking at the reasons of why we're here today, I'd like to refer to page 3 and top of page 4 of Mr. Cole's report. Here. So basically, the report shows that we have 2 variances. One will be on not meeting the minimum side yard, which is
Front yard, side yard, I believe.
8 and 20, you're short
right,
8.
right, and currently we only have, I believe, 5.7 feet of the 8 that is required. Now, when I was designing this addition, my first attempt was to just offset the second floor in 2.5 feet and be clear with my second floor with that 8-foot minimum. But the zoning officer said it would still require a side yard variance. So we said, well, why not then build flush to the left side wall and give ourselves a little bit more square footage. So with that said, the side yard is a pre-existing non-conforming issue, as well as the combined side yard setback. We're not making this any worse. We just want to build a full second floor over the existing footprint. And yes, we have created a new variance with the front foyer and the covered porch, where the minimum front yard required is 25 feet, and 27.7 feet is existing, and 19.25 feet is the proposed front yard. However, the benefits of the proposed improvements are so many, starting with the immediate enhancement to this neighborhood and neighboring properties, the architectural features, the fresh new interior and exterior mix of materials, the beautiful and effective front foyer mudroom combo addition that we're seeking to put in, which adds a warm and welcoming little space before you experience the open concept of the interior of the first floor. I believe that what we're proposing is by far outweighs any detriment. As an architect, I strongly believe that this application does not impair the intent and purpose of the zoning regulations established. If any negative or adverse comment to this application is that we don't comply with that minimum left side yard, which would probably be, yes.
Mr. Hernandez, I just had one question, just that, do you have, I mean, you know, in terms of the existing setback issue on the side, I just want to confirm there's no additional property available for conveyance or purchase that would,
That is correct. I believe that we have a hardship if we, I think.
could be a C, could be a C1 or a C2.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right,
Yes, sir.
that's, I just wanted to clarify that
Yes.
for the record.
And however, we're not encroaching any further, we just want to align with the first floor wall.
Very good, sir.
Thank you. If we can consider the fact that we are very limited in seeking to expand towards the left and front because of how the house sits on the lot, a true hardship, then I would like to request to please make your best evaluation and hopefully grant us an approval for Mr. and Mrs. Parsi's application. Thank you all. I'm opening to answering any questions that you may have. I want to say before that I did drive by the property again today just to look at what homes exist and what the styles are. Most of that particular block contains a mix of Cape-style homes, small ranches. They're all small in size, just like his house is, and two-story homes. To the left and to the right, he's surrounded by two-story homes. And his house will look to be pretty much the same. That's all I have to say.
Are the sheds staying or going?
Huh?
Are the sheds gonna stay or are they going?
The sheds are staying, unless you tell me that there's a problem with that. I have no idea.
Is there a problem with that, Mike?
No, they're there.
And I believe you're allowed to have two.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's putting high efficiency. Originally, the chimney was to stay, and as we had discussed in the past, there's no reason for the chimney to use high efficiency equipment, so that was the suggestion. So
Yes.
I'm happy and
Yeah, I agree.
pleased to hear that the applicant's gonna take the brick down. And back to Morgan, this is trying to make the house pop. It needs a little challenge right now, so I think the centers it, the center hall, to get into the place. And the dormers were just an idea to make it get a little more appeal.
Curb appeal there, Mike?
Yeah, a little bit. I've been saying it too much, but you guys, the applicant here is doing a major renovation. So if you're doing everything, is there anything to give it a little more pop? So I don't know if it looks too busy, but it was just an idea to throw on the dormers. Other than that, the only question is, I think I saw a fence that was in disrepair, a wooden fence along the property line.
We're,
100%
yes,
repair.
we're gonna repair the fence.
Okay, and I had a question, does anybody, does the stormwater management, we have any issues out there? Anybody, any other
Not-
properties, not that anybody knows of?
I walked around the property right now. Currently, the pitch around the house is positive, and the way in which we're gonna direct our leaders will be away from the neighbor.
Okay. The increase in improvement, impervious improvement coverage is only like 80 square feet in the report. So to me, it's de minimis as long as the existing conditions aren't adversely impacting anyone. So that was the testimony there, to get that on the record. And then it brings the utilities. If this was new construction, it would be underground. The RSIS requires underground. The poles are on the applicant's side, so it's up to the board how they feel about the service. I'm glad you're upgrading the service. I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
To upgrade the 200 amp, and with all you new utilities, makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, sure.
So let's,
I want to live there. so-
I get it, so.
We have to figure whether underground or.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's optional, it's not required by the RSIS because it's not new construction, so there's no regulatory thing staying. It's just to clean up, the utilities are on the same side as the applicant, he's upgrading the services. So it's really what the pleasure of the board is. It's a cleaner look, but
But it cleans it up and.
it does. It makes a nicer look, plus with all the windstorms we're having.
Yep.
At least in, I drive down the road, the last summer has been incredible with, it's a safer service on the ground, because you're not gonna have a problem with potential trees hitting it, but it's up to the board, whatever the board's pleasure is on.
So
Should the board grant approval?
Does the board have any questions of the architect? Or of the owner? Did you want to
Thank
talk
you.
about with these guys about the service, or?
Yeah, I'd say put it underground if you can, it'll clean it up,
Absolutely,
that'd be good.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't disagree, especially that street, there's a lot of trees down there,
Yeah.
and we chase
In
a
the
lot of
back,
trees
yeah.
down.
We're gonna clean it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be where I live, it's gonna be all cleaned up.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page.
Sidewalk is in good shape. There's a little ramp near your neighbor to the west, but it's just a little ramp, so nothing's in the report. Sidewalk's a good driveway apron. I mean, that all looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no flooding out into that street at all.
Can I get
Just
the-
on Elevate, right?
Yeah.
Anybody from the public have any questions?
You did notify, right?
Here or none? Make a motion to close the public session? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Got anything to say, guys?
First of all, I'd like to comment about your quick and thorough presentation.
That was a good job.
Thank you.
That's excellent. You know,
I'm
because
also going on vacation, so I wanted to make sure, I wanted to make sure I left this one taken care of.
You did your homework, and it made our job a lot easier.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you for doing that.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, just one
Great,
question.
Thank you for making a major financial investment in our town. You're gonna love it.
It's well worth it, sir.
Cliff, you have a
Well
question?
worth it.
Just wanted to ask if we could make Mr. Cole's report a condition of approval.
Any objections to that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, you can, or yes, you object.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes, we
good,
can.
very good, thank you.
So hearing no comments, I'd like a motion to move it.
I'll move it.
Second it.
All in favor? Roll call.
Ed Ellett,
Yes.
Roberta Carpenitz, Morgan McLaughlin,
Yes.
Rich O'Neill,
Yes.
Stuart Daniels,
Yes.
The late Stuart Daniels.
I'm still here.
Maybe a happy travel.
Yeah. All right, I have no comments, so make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Move.
third, whatever.
So the fence is gonna be fixed, the service